Use a microphone, so if you start talking, I'll just talk over you. I can do that. There's a lot of great energy in here, which is a lovely way to start, but just take a minute and look around. If you don't know somebody, say hi to them. Really try to introduce yourself. My parents are in the back. There's a wedding, invite me. I'm going to make a few introductions as well with some of your co-hosts tonight. So, Jason Bajalia, where are you? Just pouring wine upstairs. We should definitely find him later. Jason is a Palestinian-American wine importer who seeks wines from all around the Middle East, including the West Bank, which is the wine he's pouring tonight from Tremezan. Didier Pariente, where are you? You might still be upstairs hanging out. Didier is still upstairs, but Didier is a Los Angeles-based French-Israeli Jew who also seeks from a variety of places wine to import, but including predominantly Muslim countries, especially Morocco. And Guillaume Akuka is here tonight in the back. Guillaume is here representing Reineke Winery from South Africa. A winery that not only pioneered biodynamic viticulture, but also included amazing social programs in helping their workers achieve independent housing. These are just some of the amazing narratives of Borderless Wine. And although there's simply too many people to thank, not only for helping, but coming tonight would just not be possible without not only the financial support of the Charles and Lynn Schusterman Foundation, but especially the ROI community, which, if you ever want to know what it feels like to have the world in your corner for whatever it is you want to do, this is it. It's a global community of thought leaders and change makers endeavoring and doing to make a difference in the world. So thanks to some of the ROI community for being here. So a little of my background. Some of you may not know, but I worked in the wine business as a sommelier in New York City. And this was my life. I mean, not just some of the country's best restaurants, but literally some of the world's. 11 Madison Park is now the #1 restaurant by San Pellegrino. Cool places like this, that's me, called the Nomad in New York City. And like any industry, when you achieve the top, when you're working in the best, maybe technologists know this as Google or Apple, you start to look and see, what more is there? And somewhat concurrently, while I was firmly planted in fine dining, I was also on this most unexpected global wine route. So even though I was tasting verticals of Burgundy and Bordeaux and Champagne in the restaurants, I was endeavoring in the Republic of Georgia, Japan, Baja California. And it seemed like a journey that was disparate, right? What was tying all these together? But something really crystallized when I was in Israel in 2016. And I was there to write an article for Food and Wine about the burgeoning native grape movement by Israeli wineries. So I'd been waiting for this just for 10 years of my career. So that seemed like a good enough story, stopping right there. But like everything in the Middle East, nothing's quite that simple. So Rekanati, who wanted to make this wine, couldn't find any significant plantings of native grapes in the Israeli borders. So to make this Marawi in 2014, they had to look across border into the West Bank and to Marawi vineyards just outside of Hebron. All of a sudden, this story about native grapes being made in Israel got a little more interesting. And so that wine felt like gave me permission, right? Permission to confront my own borders, my own biases. And so I went to the West Bank, and I went to Tremezan Wine Estate, which is what Jason Bajalia is pouring for us tonight. Cremizan, as a sommelier, is one of those wineries that you dream to find, undiscovered, in a land way off the beaten path, making wines from native grapes that are absolutely beautiful. But it was so much more. I could cross a border to a place that I didn't know that I was welcome to, or how they would take me, but of course, it was wine. I've been doing this all along. So the more I dug into this topic, I gave myself permission to look further, wider, and deeper, and I found narratives of borderless wine all over the world. So last time I was up on this stage, I made kind of an omission if trying to convince the audience, but probably more trying to convince myself, asking the questions, is wine important, and does wine matter? Beyond intra-industry, but looking far beyond. And now we're here at the first Borderless Wine Symposium. So it's not a question of is wine important, but just how important is wine. I really believe that borderless stories are happening everywhere, and it would be naive to just look within the industry, and some of the greatest innovation happens when you look outside, which is why I invited our first speaker tonight, Itai Friedman. Itai is a fundraiser, creative producer, and social activist. While receiving